Are you watching? I was never a big fan of texting. Really, I mean, I just never really got it. I do it from time to time, and for what it's worth, I have a Mac, so more often than not, if someone sends and receives text from me, there's a pretty good chance I'm not doing it on my phone, because I just don't have the dexterity to do it. I just don't find a reason to do it. But what I see a lot of is people who type the letter R for the word R, A-R-E, U instead of Y-O-U. And, you know, they'll put L8R for later, which, you know, cutesy, whatever. I would love to see a feature when you type those shorthands, because I understand why they're there. They're there so they're shorter and easier to write. And maybe when they had phones without keypads, they literally were typing with the numbers. It really was that much more important to put R and U rather than A-R-E, Y-O-U. I get it. But when you do things like that, just like they kind of auto suggest, like I remember saying to somebody in some sort of message, we're going to have cake later. And it had this picture of the cake. It was suggesting the cake. And I thought, oh, I'll put that there, and it'll put the word cake that I already wrote and then put the picture of the cake next to it. But it didn't. It actually says we're having, and then it showed the picture of the cake. And I says, oh, if they could substitute the word cake with a picture of the cake, because I spelled out the word cake, why don't they make it so that if you type R-U, the letter R, the letter U, why not put the words R, A-R-E, Y-O-U there? Now, I mean, it sounds petty, but there's a reason for this. And the reason for this is that it's like the broken window syndrome. When you see a broken window, you just say, and then you throw another rock at it. And that's what ends up happening. The more and more people see these things, they become desensitized to the concept of actually typing things correctly, using correct grammar. I've seen adults write emails with R, U, and stuff like that. And I think it's a little, you know, it's taking our English language and bastardizing it. I think if whenever you did that, it was just a shorthand for typing it, but the person on the other end and you both see the words A-R-E and Y-O-U, I think it'd be better off for everybody, especially for kids who at some point are going to, and I do mean this, I know people who are teachers, because I'm part of an alumni association, they see this in student papers. They do this in homework. They do this on tests. They write out R and U and L-A-T-R and all sorts of other crazy things. So for today's idea today, I'd love to see a feature on, let's say, the iPhone and any messaging app, that when you type in those common abbreviations, it spells them out as a whole word. So at least people get used to seeing the other words, and they know that these are just keyboard shortcuts. And that's today's idea of the day. All right, so that's today's idea of the day. I hope you liked it. If you visit ideaoftheday.com, you'll see a new one every day. Every day. Yeah, some of them don't suck. And don't forget to subscribe. And you can see them here every day. Brand new one. And some of my videos don't suck either.